Welcome, Marie in Zone 6. I've made some changes in the back west garden. Previously, I had the wave petunia, I think it's called Purple Classic, on either side here of the deck rail. So when I looked out my back door, which I'm standing in front of, I saw that bold, beautiful fuchsia color. But now I'm ready for a softer look, especially now that my white hydrangeas are starting to bloom, the smooth hydrangeas as well as the oak leaf. And so that gives more of a softer look, that purple and white together. So I decided to put this Easy Wave, is it plum vein, I believe it is, right here. And this container that actually was on the driveway, right here with Bordeaux and Snow Princess Lobularia, as well as this, what is that one called? That's the Sweet Sunshine plum vein, I believe, petunia. And the other container that was on the drive, Pastus Lamium, I put right here. So I took the containers of the Easy Wave Plum, Easy Wave Classic Purple, I think is what it's called, and put them on the drive. And here's a look from a distance. Coming down the back steps, past the Annabelles, by the New Dawn Climbing Rose. I replaced the purple calibrachoa, which I don't do well calibrachoa, and it's looking sad. So I took that down, and if it makes me feel sad, that means if possible, and not a major challenge, I need to change it. So that calibrachoa looks sad and it made me feel sad. So I moved it, and I put this container here. I already had planted with the Plectranthus as well as the Sun Patient Orchid Blush. So that continues the softness, softness. There's that iceberg roses, as well as the Sally Holmes. And so I think that light purple goes well with this white on the Gatsby Pink Oak Leaf Hydrangea, as well as the Annabelles. That calibrachoa I had hanging, I moved it over here. And hopefully it'll get more steady sun over in this area and perk up. I'll see. And there are those, it might be Easy Waves or just Classic Wave Petunias, Sky Blue Lavender. I just planted not that long ago, so hopefully those should fill in. And then I have, of course, my mini famous Neo light blue calibrachoa in here, which are doing okay, along with my dependable and beautiful big white and green leaf begonias. So here in the entrance area to the back garden, which is the west garden, this is where I put the classic purple wave petunias, though they're fuchsia, they call them purple. I put one here, and I think they look really good here because they've gotten really big, and the evergreens over here, the arborvitae, are large, and so I think that these petunias over here hold their weight really well relative to the size of the arborvitae over here. And here's the other one. So these are the ones I used to look out and see. So that complements that, what is that? Ville de Leon, clematis or clematis. It's on a decline, but it's still pretty. And that wave petunia goes well with the New Dawn rose. Lovely. Over to the left, there are those two Jazzberry Super Petunias, which I already had here. They're filling in nicely. I love Jazzberry. They're very compact and yet vigorous. And they'll probably look good like last year I had them in the ground. And they looked good into October. They were awesome. So, oh, the quickfire is starting to bloom. So exciting. And there is the deck. Down below here, I planted those crazy tunias, cosmic pink. Consolidated them down there together. Hopefully they'll get fuller and make a big showy appearance. There is that Sublime smooth hydrangea. And over yonder, those are Annabelles. And there is the Gatsby Star Oak Leaf hydrangea. And here is the deck from this angle. And you can really see that Snow Princess lobularia. It's gotten huge. I have that mini famous Neo light blue Calibrachoa in here, and I put a Tiara blue Super Tunia in the middle as a backup plan in case the Calibrachoa don't do well. So grow, annuals, grow. I like the Jazzberry Super Tunias to the left, and then of course the Fuchsia Wave Petunias to the right, because having that color or similar color on either side adds depth. Whereas if I had just had the wave petunias on this side, it would look a little two-dimensional or flat. But with those jazzberries to the left, it makes it look a little, gives a little more depth, I guess is what I want to say. Look at those buds on the little quickfire. Ooh la la. And here's a look at the Clematis or Clematis Ville de Leon and the New Dawn from this angle. The blooms on the two New Dawn roses in the North Garden are looking lovely. There's some deadheading that needs to be done. Hi, Bumble. Ooh, you're so cute. Out front in the East Garden, I'm going to need to deadhead that Sally Holmes rose soon by the front door. Oh boy.